This is the biggest boy band in the world. This all-dancing, all-rapping, multicolored kaleidoscope of band from South Korea have conquered the world. They have 3 consecutive albums that topped the US Billboard charts in 2018, packed stadiums across the world, and have a bigger Twitter following than Beyonce and Ed Sheeran. And now fans are learning Korean to better connect with the lyrics. But how exactly did they get so big? This is the story of how the K-pop industry manufactured, developed, and shaped the cultural phenomenon that arguably has produced the biggest band in the world. Before 1987, South Korean music was mainly state-sanctioned, traditionally sung ballads. But that all changed after the country returned to democracy and when censorship was loosened and music could develop organically. Soon after, a boy band called Untitled Boys emerged onto a TV talent show and quickly became hugely popular, topping the Korean charts for a record-breaking 17 straight weeks, sparking the explosive popularity of K-pop. And just to emphasize just how popular K-pop is right now, 7 of the top 10 artists in the US in June 2019 were all from South Korea. Seotaiji Boys' choreographed dancing, infectious pop tunes, and group dynamics set the scene for the emergence of modern K-pop. Their success also marked the establishment of mega studios that shaped the industry. By 1998, there were 3 major studios churning out hits. SM Entertainment, JYP Entertainment, and YG Entertainment formed the basis of the K-pop machine. They developed a system for shaping the stars, which included auditions for children as young as 10, daily rehearsals for years, and behavioral training. The songs themselves would be written in-house with the studio, the choreography designed for the group, and the image manufactured by the studio. It meant K-pop had a particular look that was painstakingly shaped over years to make sure each song is a hit. But it took a while for them to create a band that cracked the international market. When BTS debuted their first song, it wasn't actually a huge hit. No More Dream debuted at 84 on the South Korean music charts. But what set them apart was that they didn't come from a major label, instead being developed by a startup label, Big Hit Entertainment. The smaller label had less industry connections and less money to promote the group, so relied on social media for promotion. BTS were one of the first K-pop groups on Twitter, and they've shared much of their everyday life online. From pulling pranks on each other to eating noodles to arguing and even sitting in taxis, they've worked hard to share every element of their lives with their fans. The clips help build a sense of authenticity and intimacy to the band and makes them stand out amongst a sea of manufactured big studio bands. And it has helped them build an enormous fan base who call themselves the BTS Army. The Army is an active, organized fan group that has previously translated tweets and subtitles, helping connect BTS with non-Korean speaking audiences. Eventually, their rising fame led to starring appearances on The Jimmy Kimmel Show and The Ellen Show, and to their albums topping the US charts. With the success of BTS came a slew of imitators, and many of them have found success internationally. And the consequences could be huge, with many fans learning Korean and imitating the stars' looks and mannerisms. This could lead to an entire generation of Americans and Westerners brought up on bands that reject traditional notions of pop stars and masculinity. With their brightly colored outfits, use of makeup, and dance routines flying in the face of most traditional pop stars in America. And in a time where there's rising racism and xenophobia in America, the changing landscape of pop music could stir things up a bit.